So I saw an article on Twitter. It had an amazingly ominous title of something big is happening, and it has a lot of people talking, so I thought I'll talk about it, but from a positive, more opportunistic perspective for businesses. Before we get into it too much, I want to introduce myself. My name is Muso and I run Fabrika. Fabrika is a product design studio that builds custom software for entrepreneurs like you. I made another video talking about where we are in terms of AI, and if you're interested, check out the last video on our page. But really what I wanted to focus on here is what are the opportunities for businesses in AI. But before I jump into that, let's state the obvious. AI is changing the way we work, it's changing the way we interact with one another, and it will become a larger part of our lives in the next couple of years. That's undeniable. But there are a lot of opportunities. I think AI is very similar to what we saw with the smartphone revolution. We went from these big clanky devices that were really good at connecting users with each other to these multifaceted pieces of technology that could do more than just phone calls. And that opened up many industries like food delivery, e-commerce, to name a few, right? And I think, we're gonna see a similar type of evolution in AI for businesses, but accelerated maybe 10 times. AI changes the fundamental way we interact as well as the fundamental way we work, which is a bit different from smartphones, which allowed more interconnectivity between people. And because of that difference, there are specific examples or there are specific opportunities for businesses. It's kind of hard to say right now what those opportunities will become and which will win and which won't, but there are early signs that show that efficiency is going to be one of those opportunities that we can leverage AI for, and hopefully that efficiency allows us to outlast or outcompete our competitors. And a good example of that is OpenClaw. So OpenClaw is basically an open source piece of technology. It is an AI assistant that you can connect to different AI models. So it's essentially like Jarvis from Iron Man. That's the best way to explain it. If you're not familiar with Jarvis, then it's essentially Siri, but much more powerful. Like Siri mixed with Alexa, mixed with Gemini. It is an incredible piece of technology. OpenClaw is really the first piece of tangible consumer level tech that I've seen in AI that is showing me the light, basically. I am understanding what is going to be the future by understanding how OpenClaw is being used by people that are leveraging it successfully, and that is where I think the efficiencies are going to come in. So what are these efficiencies that I'm talking about? Well, a good example of these efficiencies is this article by Oliver. Read the article, it's incredible, but the main takeaways is Oliver built an AI agent using OpenClaw called Larry. Larry basically helped Oliver make a ton of money off of his two apps autonomously. Basically, Oliver would give Larry commands, Larry would execute these commands, and the two of them are a fantastic team that is able to generate revenue, but Larry is an AI. And being a small business, running a small business, the biggest constraint that you have is time. Yes, revenue is an issue, but it always falls back into time. If you can do more of X, then you get more revenue. If you can do more of Y, you get more revenue. And what is the bottleneck there is time. And technologies like OpenClaw open up time for you infinitely. You have a chat assistant that is in your messaging app, whether it's Telegram, Discord, WhatsApp, and you can tell it to do things. Read emails, reply to emails, negotiate with vendors, approve requests, manage your calendars, and these are minutes that translate to hours each week, and that frees up your capacity to do more. And this is literally the first step in how AI is going to be integrated into our workplaces, into the businesses that we run, and how that is going to result in better efficiency. Yes, it does look a bit scary, and I think the scary is the unknown. From my perspective, the more you understand how to harness these tools, the more you're using these tools and leveraging these tools to do more in your business, then the less scary it becomes. And that's kind of what we were able to offer one of our clients when we built them a technology that allows them to literally replace fragmented workflows in terms of answering phone calls, following up with leads, and gave them an AI tool that can do that 24/7, 365. So there are opportunities here to use AI creatively to make your business more revenue and more efficient. That's it for me. If you're interested in learning more, check out our website at heyfabrika.com.